Hello, everyone.
And we are
Live! Yeah, welcome to the rebellion, or welcome to Force Divine Entertainment. You guys know me. I'm Michelle.
You know us. You love us.
We hope you love us.
We hope you love us.
We hope to earn your love today. But yes, we are live, and I see some of you already in the chat. Hello to every one of you. Hello to Craig and to TD, Kaylee, Papa Gore, David, Marcos, Share Bear. Did I already say to Brett? I think I did.
I don't think you did.
Oh, I did it. Well,
No,
hello,
you
Brett.
didn't.
Bulky. Let's see. Try not to miss anyone. Rick. I see Rick in there. See Elmo. Elmo.
Hi, Elmo.
Yater, hey. Mark, we got a Mark, we got a Derek, we got a Flip Out. Hello, and Jack Silver. And
that's a good name, Jack Silver. I like that.
That is a good name, yes. Well, hello to everyone who is here. We have some special guests today, but before we get started, and I hope I don't embarrass her by doing this, but I just want to give a quick shout out to Share Bear for sending me, and I was so impressed when I opened it. It was like, oh my gosh, she wrote this book and signed it, and then sent me to some awesome Gina Carano. Let me open them. She sent me.
Wait a minute, Cher wrote this book?
Yeah,
Cher.
and
I'm
she
to
sent
read
me.
it. I didn't know you had all these talents.
And she sent me some Gina Carano
That is awesome.
cards. Yes, and a lovely letter. The letter really touched me. I thank you very much. So thank you so much to Share Bear. And that's just awesome, guys. I appreciate. I mean, I just feel like
That's amazing.
there is. I mean, to accomplish writing a book.
My
wow.
God. And it's a big one.
It is. Yeah. I mean, that's just awesome. And it goes to show in today's day and age, all of us, we need to begin to use our talents for entertainment, for lots of other things, and not just accept what we've been given.
Exactly. And Cher, your kindness really is so appreciated.
Yes,
that's so kind.
it is everything. The book. I was just impressed by the book. The fact that it was like, dang, she wrote this.
You know, I see you in the comments all the time, but I didn't know you were an author. That's amazing.
Yes, and then I'm someone who I do cherish things that are written directly to me. I literally have a 10 thing that I've kept notes and letters through the years that people have given me, that for every so often I'll go read some of them because it's
something that sometimes it means something later, like 5 years down the road or 10 years down the road.
It does. Like I very much value like letters and kind words sent. So I really appreciate the letter too, especially
the OG communication.
Yes, it is. Yes. So thank you so much. Appreciate it very much. And yeah, we've got some talented people in the chat. That's awesome.
Jack Silver's writing a book.
Is Jack Silver? Jack Silver, you need to write that book.
Book series.
Cool. Write a book series. And there's another lovely writer, Nicole. Hello, Nicole. And there's another YouTuber. Hello to Darth Revan. Did I say that right? No, I didn't.
Ravens?
Ravens, yeah. Start
Blades.
Ravens. I wanted to say. I went with the Star Wars of Revan. He knows what I went for on that one. That was my bad. And to the Bounty Hunter Network. How are you guys doing?
I believe you are.
Yeah. Yeah. And hello to Pat. Let's see. He says, do sermons count? You know, as a fellow minister, sermons definitely count. So yes, Pat, sermons count. That takes quite a bit of time to do. So for sure.
It's writing.
It is writing. Yes, it definitely counts. Well, we've got some awesome guests tonight and a great show. We're going to be discussing, for those of you, we're going to be discussing the Oscars, some recent cancel culture comments by one fellow Reading Rainbow host. And then we're also going to be discussing everyone on the panel's favorite superhero, because today is International Superhero Day. So
happy Superhero Day.
Yes. And hello to
all you superheroes out there.
Yes. And you guys are. And hello to Wake Down. Awesome to see you in the chat. Well, let's go ahead and bring out. It's the same guest we had, Dimajanai. You guys met him last week. Dimajanai, how are you doing?
Hello, ladies. What do we have here?
Hello.
Hey there.
I was trying to do my best. I was trying to do my best Billy D. Williams, but I guess I don't have the Colt 45. Sorry.
Billy D has.
I think you're doing it.
Billy D has that deep, rich voice that he can just.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. I wonder, thinking of Star Wars, I wonder, has any man, they have, tried to pick up a girl by pulling an Obi-Wan Kenobi and just, hello there.
I see that.
Believe
all the
it,
time.
believe it or not, right? I will say this: older women appreciate that because I've dated a few older women in my life. They
We're
appreciate
getting
just saying
personal
hello.
now. Tell me more.
They appreciate just the hello. Like if you guys, if you don't have to be doing any kind of crazy pickup lines, just say hello, and that usually
That
works.
is
So
true.
true. So true. The whole did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
Yeah, that doesn't really work. I mean, if you're doing
good.
it ironically and
Yeah.
if you already know the person a little bit and it's kind of like jokey joke,
If
yeah,
it's a
you could probably
joke,
get it.
yes.
You could get away with it, but if you're trying to be serious with it,
That's
probably
a
not going to work.
lose situation
probably not
for
gonna
everybody involved.
That's like as far opposite as smooth can get. That's that.
Yeah.
That's pretty brutal. Well,
Yeah.
let's see, guys.
Hold on, can I just say?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Have you seen A Night at the Roxbury?
Do you remember that Will Ferrell movie? And what was his name? The other guy
When he
from
had the radio
Westworld?
up and he was like playing it at the end.
And they're like,
Yes.
I remember
you know,
bits
what?
of it. I don't remember the whole
Yeah.
thing. It's just been it's a little fuzzy for me. But go ahead, remind me, please.
Well, they had, they were like very inexperienced with women, and they had like these different pickup lines. I remember one, the girl is just like she thinks he's rich, so she's gonna like get with him no matter what, but he doesn't know that. So, so he's just like, "Ooh, ooh." And she's like,
Finish the line.
she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "That's the ambulance coming because you stopped my heart and it's coming to take me away." And I'm just like,
Wow.
"Oh my gosh,
The pickup
You want me
lines
to-
in that
all right.
one are pretty good.
we're epic."
So, for the people in the chat who you may or may not know, I mean, you can see from here, but I was born and raised in Brooklyn, right? So when I used to go to school, we didn't have school buses. We took public transportation. So you'd be on, like, my train was the G train, right? Shouts to everybody there in Clinton Hill. And I would be on a train, and I remember one time, I kid you not, it was before like people would say cringe. Like it's way before that was like a thing to say cringe, but I felt it. Like I felt it. There was a very attractive young lady sitting on the train, and the guy was sitting next to her. Mind you, this is back in the '90s, so you can kind of like talk to women back then, but I have to worry about somebody being crazy about it. And old boy literally said, how did he say it? He says something about does your boyfriend know how beautiful you are? Something like that. And I'm sitting like I heard him like, bro,
So he's
did you
getting like
actually-
two
Did
in
you
one.
actually
Because
just say that? Like, I'm just saying. Did you
Because-
just say that, bro? But
Because
yeah,
he's
so,
totally fishing to know
He's
one if she
stupidly
has
trying
a
to
boyfriend.
Yes.
say a boyfriend, and
Yes.
then like kill two birds, like and then you're beautiful, like all in one sentence.
yeah.
that is
So
cringe.
that was a little bit. That was like that kind of hurt me. Like it hurt my soul listening to him say it.
I'm like
I was
that.
like-
I'm like I hate
I'm
for
like-
people to embarrass.
Like that hurt me. I'm like, oof, ow.
Yeah, like that's rough.
That's pretty
But
funny.
listen, no, by the way, let's be 100%. When it comes to picking up ladies, it's hit or miss. You just gotta know how to take it in stride. Like the craziest letdown I ever had, the craziest one. This is believe it or not, you know what she said to me?
What'd she say?
No, thank you. that went down to my bone marrow. I was like, ah, like my neck and my back. My neck and my back, it hurt so much.
Was it the politeness of it that
Yeah,
got
it was
you?
very. It was. That's what
That
it was.
sounds
It's like
me.
if you, it almost like if she would have said it more rude, it'd be like you ready for something rude like that. You could just be like, "Clah, block it." You know what I'm saying? Get your Captain America and block it back out. But she said it so calm and nice, and I'm like, I didn't even know. I was like dumbfounded. I didn't know what to say. I just didn't know what to say at that point. I don't know. And by the way, that was in Brooklyn also too.
Awesome.
That was in Brooklyn.
Thank you, Lord Vader. And so
Yes.
what you're trying to tell me is I've been handling this wrong all along. I should just be rude. Revelation tonight.
It depends on. I mean, listen, you can be nice about it. I think the nice way of doing it. And here's the thing. Here's the thing too. Listen, we could take a no. The guy, like most guys, you can take a no. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. You don't say, "Oh, I have a boyfriend." All you gotta do is just say, "I'm not interested." No harm, no foul. I'll keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's the easiest thing. The worst thing to me is when a girl's like, yeah, I'll take your number, and then you call up and she doesn't pick the phone up. Like I'm like, bro, why did you give me your number then? Like you could have just said you wasn't interested. You know, because you got me all hype. I'm like, oh, wow. All right,
I did that a couple weekends ago.
Did you? Really?
Natalie getting personal. Let me see.
She out there hurting people's soul. That's what she out there doing.
She's like, no, thank you, sir.
This is Natalie out there. She like this. Come here.
That's exactly Natalie.
She be out there ripping people's hearts out. That's what she be doing.
I try to be nice, but I just I might be hurting them more.
Let me see if Yeti's here. Really, Yeti, are you there? Yeti's still not there.
Yeti,
so
come to the scene.
So we'll keep
talking,
guys. You guys know Yeti. He'll come out when he's off his phone call. So we'll keep talking. So before we move on to our discussions today, like, would you rather as a man? We're just now questioning this. Would you rather as a man, the female, like if you're inboxing the girl, would you rather her just like not reply, or reply and be like, I'm not interested?
That's a good question.
That honestly, to tell you the truth, if a lady tells me she's not interested, it stings. Nobody likes to get rejected. Nobody does, but it will sting. But at least you know, hey, I move along. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Not put any more effort into these messages.
Exactly. If you don't say anything, it's like some dudes would be like, oh, well, maybe she's not around. Maybe she's busy. Let me try again. You know what I'm saying? And then like, and that point, by you not doing that, you as the lady will be like, this dude keeps annoying me. You know what I'm saying? Rather than saying, okay, look, I'm not interested.
It's so true on both sides. Yeah.
So.
It's true. It's true.
I'm giving lessons in pimpology. It's a $10 an hour class. You can see me on Demogenized channel every Saturday and Sunday.
Listen,
I do Jay sometimes.
You just never know what you're going to get on these live streams. Relationship, dating advice, we're here for you. We've got it covered.
That's what it's there for.
David, thank you for the 1999 super chat. He said, I used to drop these lines on girls when I was like 12 or 13. And you know what?
At that age,
it's appropriate.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine. That's when you're learning. See, okay, all right. So I'm gonna tell y'all. All right. So this is totally not what we were planning on talking about, but I love it. I'm feeling this energy right now. So growing up, my mom is Jehovah's Witness, right? I'm not, but she is, and very, very strict. Like very strict. So my game was trash because she would not let me talk. Like, I couldn't talk to girls, right? She wouldn't let me. So one time, one of my best friends got rest his soul because he passed away when he was 26. His dad used to own. That was actually my first job I had. He had good humor trucks. Like I know you guys. I don't know what y'all have out there, but in Brooklyn you have the Mr. Softy truck and you have the good humor trucks. They go around ringing the bells, right? So my friend's dad owned the good humor truck. So he would go on routes all the time, and we would be in the truck sometimes. And one of the spots he would go was in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and it was we call it South Side, and it was these girls there, beautiful girls. There was a lot of Spanish women there, so it was just that was my neighborhood was basically. And I always liked this girl, never said anything to her because I didn't have no game, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Fast forward to when I'm in high school. Lo and behold, I'm on the train, and I see her. I'm like, well, what do you know? So I start talking to her. I give her my number. I'm like, holy smokes, this is crazy, because I really like this girl. She calls me up one time, and I'm not there. My mother tells her, Demaj and I cannot have girls call in the house. I never heard from her ever again.
This is a story all about how his life got turned over.
I never heard from that woman ever again. So I still tell my mom to this day. I says, "Mom, you must have wanted me to like boys or something because you didn't let girls talk to me. What's the matter with you?"
You should tell your mom that was the one, and she blocked you from the one.
That was the mother of her
I could
grandchildren.
have said that. I could have said that. Yeah, I could have said that. Oh.
You gotta lay it on thick sometimes.
You do.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. I get my mom all the time nowadays. Like I says, "Mom, whatever happened to the Optimus Prime? Like I wanted that toy forever." She's like, "I went to go get the toy and I asked for Octopus." I'm like, "Ma, Octopus, Optimus Prime. How do you mix those two up?"
It was an honest mistake.
Needless to say, because like my mom will get me. She'll be like, "Look, say as long as you do good in school, you get good grades, I get you whatever toy you want, right?" So I remember when I look, I couldn't stand school. I hated school, but I did my best to get the best grades because I wanted new toys. That's all I wanted.
Hey, work.
So I mean, look, all I wanted was Optimus Prime. By the way, hold on 1 second. 1 second, I got something to show y'all.
What's he got to show us, chat? I feel like he got one for himself. That's what I think.
I think he got an octopus.
he got Octopus Prime.
It's a new hybrid.
I wanted Optimus Prime very badly as a kid, and while this isn't the original, I finally got it. It's a little dusty because I don't use it. But this is the Power Master Optimus Prime, not really the original die-cast metal one, which is the one I really wanted. But I mean, now for you to try to get the die-cast one, it's probably like $500. So I'm pretty good with this. And this is probably worth something too, but it's out of the case or whatever. But yeah, I finally got it, but I had to spend my own money.
You finally got your Octopus Prime.
The story
Octopus Prime, correct.
had a happy ending.
Yes, it did. It had a very happy ending. Is the fan? Oh,
That was private. I think Yeti's about to make his way on.
oh.
Yeah, I'm here now. Sorry about that.
I'm glad it wasn't anything personal in the chat because he was about to Ron Burgundy that. He's like, you have a bad case of, oh, I'm sorry, this is the private chat.
Well, boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, really, really quickly. What's up, Yeti Cass? How you doing? I don't know if we met before. Have we met? Did we meet?
I don't think we've been on stream before. I know I've seen you in passing and like in the chats. I've been in yours. That's about as far as I
Okay,
think.
well, nice to meet you, sir.
Pleasure to meet you too.
You both are in for a real treat. Two awesome people meeting together.
Yes.
People getting brought together on Force of Light Entertainment. That's what it's all about. It's about connection. It's about people. It's about love.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if you heard, Yeti, but we were discussing like pickup lines and things. So before we move on to our topics, we just need to
I
know.
feel like this is a whole topic tonight.
Well,
This is beautiful. I love it.
We need to know, Yeti, what is the worst pickup line you've tried on a girl?
Oh God, I don't know.
He's like,
You know
"There's
what?
so many to
You
choose
didn't ask me that question, but I will tell you one of the worst ones I did.
I want it.
One of the worst things I did, I actually used the boyfriend line. But you know what's crazy about it? It actually worked.
The dude on the bus.
We see
It actually worked. But see, the difference between me and him is I did it smooth because I had the Colt 45 on me.
I don't know if I've ever went and used like a straight pickup line, like just one of those that you hear. I don't know, in magazines and stuff like, are you an angel? Because you felt
one of those
like that type of thing.
That's the one. That's
Well,
the
okay,
classic.
so I will say this, right? And I'm not going to say I'm super proud of what I used to do. But back when I used to do my clubbing a lot, right?
Sketchy.
You get a few drinks in you, and you can say anything, and it usually works.
You mean it
That's
was
just called confidence.
I remember one time I was in the club, and I literally just told this girl, some random girl, I says, you know what? you're a pretty mother effer. And she kissed me in the mouth. I'm like, I can't believe that worked.
I'm done.
I think that's just called being good looking.
Hey, I didn't know I had it in me. She literally just kissed me in the mouth. I'm like, okay, well, nice to meet you too.
You really felt it.
Yeah. There was a connection right there.
I feel like I have a new respect for you after that,
Because he just goes for it.
like in an epic way.
I mean, granted, I was a few drinks in when I did that, but I'm just saying I don't normally do. I mean, now I don't do that. You can't do stuff like that now. You get freaking Me Too'd.
That's true. That is true. So you guys need to think of your new woke pickup lines that you think are acceptable.
You know what's funny? It's funny you mentioned that because I remember in passing I saw somebody, I think it was an article. Oh no, it was about COVID pickup lines. That's what it was. It was COVID pickup lines for like if you meet somebody
What's
on
behind that mask?
no, seriously, it was crazy. Like, are you vaccinated, baby? Because I am.
Listen,
Have you been jabbed by a prick?
if a dude asked me that, like being serious, there's no shot. No shot. That's a no.
We're not compatible.
Not
Yeah.
Listen, guys, if you're wearing a mask in your car by yourself, don't even bother. Don't ask. It's not happening.
People doing that
you're
bike
already written
riding,
off.
like in the park, no one around, wearing a full mask while they ride a bike. Like, what are you doing? You're not.
Yeah, that
catching
to
it
me
here.
drives me crazy. Absolutely, you're 100% correct with that. 100%. Like, what? First off, they're talking about like who was I? It was Young Ripper. He was talking. He said it's the new science because they're always changing the science. The new science is that it's not necessarily the distance, but how long you're staying next to somebody indoors. See that key word there? Indoors, not outdoors. Indoors. So if you're standing around somebody, just sitting there, just having a conversation, basically exchanging spit, yeah, you might get sick. That happened before. That's what happened before. Like you know what I'm saying? If you're outside, hello, this is this thing called wind that blows everything around and circulates it. The Earth is spinning 1,000 miles per hour. Trust me, I don't think the coronavirus is going to be next to you very long if you're outside. It's just gone, 1,000 miles gone.
Damaj and I, as the motorcycle rider, what do you think about this? She saw a guy today riding a motorcycle with a surgical mask.
Oh.
He had the
Now
strong
here's the deal.
stuff.
I'm gonna, of course, now because I'm in the Northeast, they have not released the restriction, so I have to carry a mask with me everywhere I go. So when I
Yeah.
go on my bike today, like sometimes I just don't take my helmet off. You can get away with that. I just walk in the store with the helmet on. No, I'm like, yeah, look, it's a mask. It's covering my face. There you go. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Who did I see? Somebody was Oh, it was again. It was a chat I was listening to. Somebody went to see Mortal Kombat and they wore a full Scorpion outfit. He gets to the theater. The person says, "Oh, you got to take the mask off for security reasons, but you got to put a mask on." So he puts the mask back on in front of him, like, "You see how stupid you sound right now, right? I have a mask on.
Right,
That's
right.
part of the outfit." And you're telling me I can't have it on for security reasons. If that's the case, nobody should be wearing a mask inside the theater.
That's insane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How is it? Oh God, my head hurts.
That hurt my brain too. It really did.
A lot of this really does. It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, disclaimer, Mama Susan, we do understand that
support the mask.
the mask is to be supported. The CV is real. It is dangerous. Make sure you go get the jab. All that stuff. Make sure you go get the jab. If you're young and healthy, you know, and everything.
All that.
Yeah. Make sure you do all these things. And all that good stuff. Great. Disclaimer set. Thank you very much.
Very good.
There we go.
Oh, and we're not
Bravo.
doctors, so talk to the doctors.
Yes, please talk to your doctors, please.
Yeah.
Don't go by millions of years of, well, I guess thousands of years of evolution that we've survived every kind of plague to hit this planet. But don't mind that. Forget it. No. There's this beautiful thing that we've been built with called an immune system.
I know, right?
Hey guys, and also ignore all the science that they've done since the last one in 1918 about what we wear on our face.
You know, it could be an agenda they're trying to push for some reason, right? I mean,
make sure we listen to the Lord and Savior, Dr. Falsey. Listen to him all the time. Did you see that? That kid that did the Mr. Sandman version of Dr. Fauci? Did you see that?
No.
On Twitter?
I feel like I need to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's listen. I will tell you, it's 100% cringe-inducing if you want to watch it. It's if you go on, if I can see it. Can you share yet? You know how to share yet?
It won't let me share.
It won't let you share? Okay, fine. I was going to say I can pull it up for you real quick. No.
Well, I want
anyway,
to read this tweet. Oh no, you can continue. Sorry.
No, go ahead. No, I was done. Go ahead.
Oh, this tweet says, I loved it. It said, Dr. You know who? I feel like if I say his name, it would be
get flagged.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Dr. Fauci has disagreed with every single thing Dr. Fauci has said in the past year.
Exactly.
He literally has.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. Wear a mask. Wear two masks. Which is it?
Yeah, well, anyways, guys, we started out with dating advice and what's going on in the world with what we have to put on our faces. But we'll move into something else that is fun to
I'll
talk
take
about.
what we put on our faces for 300.
Listen, somebody might clip that. I'm just saying that could be used in such a bad way. I'm just saying.
Well, it's like I almost said it with why you. I'm scared to even say mask. It's like I feel like that's got their censors up. Like what are they saying about it?
Yeah.
For it, they're getting.
Listen, that's why you had to say Mama Susan. You know, everything's good. We're calm. You know, we listen. Remember, you got a expression award. We are clearly expressing ourselves that you are the best expression contributor in the universe. Everything you're doing is great. Everything. Oh, yes. No, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything's great. Yeah.
Oh, we got someone who disagrees with us in the chat. That's fine. You can listen to them, but I mean,
I thought you were being sarcastic.
Wait. Hold on. Go back to that one. What does that say? Oh.
He said a lot. I know that. It often contradicts itself.
Well,
he's literally contradicted himself every single point.
I'll say this as a personal arbiter of knowledge of 50% of everything. It's not that serious. Yeah. I'm just going to say that. I'm not saying what's not that serious. I'm just saying it's not that serious. Okay, Mama Susan? It is not that serious.
Dude, don't act like you're the only one who does research and act like none of us do either. I mean,
we've actually listened
to kind of get out there with that one.
We've actually listened to scientists. That's probably what helps us is like we don't just read the main headlines of CNN and stuff.
Listen, for anybody out there, just so we're clear, I mean, since he brought that up, you do understand that he's a government official. It means he gets paid by the government.
Yes, exactly.
My personal doctor, he's still a doctor too. It's like, yeah, people are getting out of control with this. It's not that serious. My personal doctor, he's a doctor too. Just so we clear, you know. But anyway, I don't want to get too serious on it. But you know, he paid you when it comes to things like this. Follow the money. This is nothing new.
Yes.
Follow the money.
Yes.
When it comes to something like this, all you got to do is follow the money. And by the way, remember, I actually, matter of fact, where's my? I want to say verbatim what I said. You can read that super chat.
And thank you very much, Roger,
thank
for
you.
the $1.99 super sticker. We appreciate it.
Oh, crap. Anyway.
Yeti, this is as quiet as I've ever heard you.
And
Oh,
DJ,
God,
I
I know.
I saw your comment about having an immune compromised child, and I totally understand. And I just want to disclaimer, like, if you feel safest wearing a mask, you should absolutely wear a mask.
Yeah, as he said in his disclaimer.
Nobody saw you not to. That's not
Yes,
what I've ever
yeah,
said.
exactly.
You won't hear me say that ever. What I will say
Yes.
is, should not be mandated.
Yes, that's
If
all.
you
that's
wanna
all
do
that's
it,
being said.
If you want to do it, perfectly fine. You want to get the jab, perfectly
Yes.
fine.
We believe in human responsibility. Like you
We
took
always
upon
took
yourself.
the risk. Well, I just said that earlier. Since before when they said what I was just saying, it's not about the necessarily the distance. It is the length of time that you're with somebody indoors.
Yes,
That's the same
yes.
thing that That's the same thing that we've been dealing with since time immemorial. When you're indoors next to somebody. Listen, if you back people forget. Like there's things. I remember when growing up, people used to worry about getting mono, walking around kissing people. You get that just from kissing somebody. I mean, look, this is things you always took an assumed risk for ages, and
Yeah.
and it's just it's right now. It's just, to me, it's more of a political thing than anything else. But no, remember, wear your mask. Go get the vaccination and make sure you take care of yourself and everybody around you.
Yes,
I know-
thank you, Butt Crack Media. Thank you very much.
For the $5 super chat, we appreciate it.
I know people who've literally gotten bullied into getting that jab. Just so we know.
Yes, that is happening too, and that's what exactly. That's
and Six,
exactly what we're saying.
He commented up there, and I just wanted to address him that I'm not. It's up. A
well,
little.
I was addressing what
Oh.
she said that that's what we're
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Everyone should do what they best for their family.
Yes, exactly. Look, I'm a single guy. It's nobody here but me, so I'm good. I'm good. So this is what I wrote. I wanted to say verbatim what I said. So once upon a time it was fight the power. Now it's bow to power. Do this or you can't do that. Doesn't sound benevolent. Can't talk right now. Our government, your government is here to help. Should never be welcome. These people are not your friends. History is a great teacher.
Yes.
The government
Yes.
is not your friend.
No,
Stop acting
never.
like they are.
No,
These are people who are millionaires. To remember, listen, people forget. Like we might not. They assume that these people are elected officials. But let me tell you something. People get elected. They get elected because their friends let them get elected. If you think some commoners going to get in there, everybody who's in the government are rich people. If they're not very rich, they have money, and you can't get into that club unless you have money. You think they care about somebody who works a 9 to 5? You're kidding yourself.
yeah.
I don't want to
really-
get too serious. I know we're supposed to be talking
No,
about
you're-
entertainment,
that's-
but
they
I just
really
wanted to put that up there.
And yes, and we can always on this channel, guys, agree to disagree. I always appreciate that. That's always
Yes.
something we can do. And I will say this, and we'll move on from this topic. I will say, check out the new Stanford study that they've done multiple, but they just did a new one strictly dealing with masks yet again and what they concluded with them yet again. Because again, this is not something they've been studying just for the last couple of years. It is something they've been studying since 1918 with the last with the
Pandemic.
the flu pandemic that
Right.
took place. So just check it out, and you may and again, guys,
It's
if you
okay.
want-
It is
yeah,
okay to
It's,
disagree.
it's okay to
Totally.
and as
Do
we
what's
said,
best
do
for
what is
you.
best for
Yeah,
you.
Do what's best for
Absolutely.
you. This whole thing about going around telling people if you get first off, it's called. Listen, I work in retail, and I've worked in other places where you deal with personal information. It's called a HIPAA law. You're not supposed
Yeah,
to tell
yeah,
people
exactly,
people's medical
yeah.
information. So if I was to get the jab, I wouldn't tell you. If I'm not getting the jab, I ain't gonna tell you. As far as you're concerned, I ain't getting the jab. But anyway.
I feel like I'm about to get demonetized before I ever had a chance to be monetized.
That's what he's thinking out here on this whole conversation.
We'll move on, but thank you.
All right, let's talk about something more fun.
Thank you to the for Orville Nation for the $5 super chat. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Oh, by the
thank
way,
you very
Yeti
much.
Cast,
Thank
you
you so
walked
much.
away. Don't think you're getting out of this, man. What was the worst line you said to a woman to pick her up?
Exactly.
Come on, you ain't getting out of this. I had to do it.
like I said, I don't think I ever used one of those,
He's like
bad
a
pickup
loser,
lines.
But
I
what
don't
was
think-
okay? All right. If you didn't use a bad one, what was the line that
What was the best
you
one?
kind of felt like a douchebag after you said it? And it didn't work.
Everything.
He said everything. So now I want to flip that question on you, ladies. Which one was the worst line that you ever gotten? That you were like, oh.
I was at a club one time.
Oh, and some guy went up there and said, "You're a pretty mother."
This handsome guy that looks a lot like him came up to me, and I was a little, out of it. But he said, "You're really pretty, mother blank," and it was the best one I've ever gotten.
Listen, if that was you, I think you would have remembered.
I did have someone pull a gun on me though.
What?
Yeah. I was at a club and I don't. We were just drinking, hanging out, and I started talking to this girl, and like things were going well. But then I don't know. We were leaving for some reason, and I guess she started to get into me, but had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend came like hunting for me, but I was already leaving, and I see him like coming out looking, and it's because a bouncer told me. He's like, "Oh God, you got to get out of here. There's this crazy guy."
So it's funny you mentioned that, and this is one thing that I've never been a cheater, but I have been cheated on, and I would say like this here: I was never that type of guy. Not as a guy came to me in my face. I'm not putting the onus on the guy. I'm putting the onus on the person I'm in a relationship with, because she's the one. She's the one who's doing the cheating.
Yeah.
How's the guys? He might not even know that she has a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Which 9 times out of 10, a girl who's a cheater is gonna not tell the other guy that she has a boyfriend.
Here's the thing. I was just being nice. Like I wasn't trying to pick her up. I was just being nice, and I guess he treated her pretty bad. Like that's what I got out of it.
Yeah. Lisa,
I haven't been to a club in years, so I mean, I don't play those games no more. Now I might try a little online dating, or honestly, I don't even like doing it. I have an account. I just have one to have one. But I'm a little old fashioned. I like to actually, talk to somebody
in person.
see their expression, see if they smile. Like if you make them. By the way, fellas, here's another tip from Dimaj and I: make them smile. It works. It works.
Or laugh. Like laughter is a huge thing. I mean,
yes,
a sense of humor is a big turn on.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like Jessica Rabbit. It's like, what do you see him? He makes me laugh.
There you go. Exactly.
And I want to get to the super chats. Thank you so much, Rick, for the $25 super
Rick,
chat.
and thank you for the very sweet comment.
Yes, I think you young ladies are still uncorrupted and pure. You are a new hope. I like it. We appreciate it.
Listen, y'all keep hanging out with me. I'm going to have y'all in the club doing a Nemo for real. They can be in there like
doing the dance. Thank you so much, Six, for the $10 bottom line.
Aww.
It's truly loving your channel. I apologize. No need to apologize. Not at all.
No.
Zero. Because again, like we said, listen. Some of my
now I feel bad. Six.
Listen, as we said, some of our family members have basically been locked in their house for a year.
Yeah.
I don't live my life that way, but I don't say anything to them. That's their decision.
I think the bottom line, being a human is going to always come with risk. When you get in your car, it's a risk. When you cross the street, it's
but back to what?
Yeah.
It's people need to do what they feel is right for them.
And
listen, just so you understand, I haven't seen my mother for a year.
Yeah.
Because she's scared of it. Let me see.
Yeah.
I've been around. I mean, I work in retail, so I've basically been in ground zero this entire time. You know what I'm saying? So. I haven't seen my nephew's grandparents because they're terrified of it. So it's just, this is the new thing that if you are people like I said, if you are afraid, just do what you got to do. Take care of you. Listen. Number one in this world is always going to be you. It's always going to be you. Take care of you.
Yes, absolutely.
Always do that.
Well, and I think Six, sometimes it's like.
And trust me, a troll doesn't. Yeah,
you're clearly not.
We get that.
And it's like sometimes, in the media, things have been kind of tense, and it's like people kind of like tend to. You're almost like a little defensive because people are so quick to put you down if you don't think the way the mainstream media does. So,
either way, really.
So I apologize for being defensive.
Yeah, either way. But we'll move on.
Yes, let's do it.
And I know Six is like a very big supporter of the entire community, so she's a good person.
Yes,
Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. And thank you so much for the $2 the $2 the $2 super chat. I
Yeti
can't think
needs
tonight.
watch hours.
Oh
That's
God,
right.
yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
bring that up.
Yeah.
Everyone that is in here tonight in the chat, Yeti, I believe you're like halfway to your watch hours, right?
Yeah, I'm halfway.
Mm-hmm.
If we and I will dedicate the rest this evening and tomorrow putting him on my TV and just letting him play. I've done
Yeah,
that.
just let it play.
Yeah,
Do
and
that.
if
Put the
we-
playlist on, let it play. That's what everybody did for me. That's how I got monetized.
Yes, and if you guys, if some of you in the chat will devote some Yeti time,
Some
It's-
Yeti time,
Everybody
baby.
could use a little Yeti time.
it's Yeti time, and we can get Yeti to his goal. So let's definitely do that. And thank you so much, Elmo Prime,
Thank you.
for tonight. When you are ladies going to get membership, we're going to do that.
I gotta do that too. I haven't done that either. I've been eligible since my birthday last year, and I haven't done. I've actually waited for somebody who I was going to commission, but he's been a little ill, so I gotta wait. Because I wanted to get some little custom emojis and all that stuff like that. So I'm on a holding pattern for that too. But I will be having some new shirts coming up soon. I will be doing that.
Awesome.
They should be called. You should have one that says the Pimpologist.
That's actually pretty good. I have something planned like that. Something like that.
I should have known.
Okay, so let's move into the Oscars. I can't even speak.
The Oscar debacle.
The Oscars
Oscar
happened
debacle.
this week. You guys
Yes.
probably know. And so in 2020, the Oscars had already fallen in viewership, which some of that's just natural because people have gone away from TV.
Yes.
But they went from, okay, so in 2020, a pretty bad year. Everything happened, obviously, in 2020. 23.6 million viewers. In 2021, they had 9.85 million viewers. They had over 10 million of a drop off. Like, it's the biggest drop off, in several years. But I mean, this is the lowest viewership by far. And that's what, had any of you guys seen? I don't think I've seen any of the movies that were up for Best Picture.
I don't even know what was out last year. The only thing, what came out last year? Oh, the only thing that came out last year that I remember was Sonic, Birds of Prey, Bad Boys, and what was the other one?
All movies that weren't going to get up for award.
Yeah, all movies that none of those would get, exactly. That's the only thing I remember. That's the only thing I remember from last year. And the only thing I remember from this year is Mortal Kombat, Kong versus Godzilla, and
Wait a minute, that was up for the Oscars. Oh, visual.
no, I'm just saying that's the only thing I remember for this year.
Oh yeah,
But as far as last year, the only thing I don't remember nothing that came out.
Well,
Did they say La La Land one? Was that from this?
that was from several years ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
okay.
while ago.
I was confused. I don't know what's going on with these things. I don't watch them. You know what it is? The biggest problem with the Oscars is that it's pretty much like the man behind the curtain has been revealed, and people are on. They're hip to the game. It's like we're hip to the game now. We don't like. Regina King gets up there and literally says, "Look, I know y'all don't want to hear somebody preach there, but I'm going to do it anyway." Basically,
I know. Yes.
like you that aware that it's dumb and you're still going to do it. Great job. Ricky Gervais told you what to do. He says, "Get your thing." Thank
Right.
you, God, and get the F off the screen. That's what you got to do. Get out of here. What are you doing? Stop. What is
Yeah.
this? if I want to listen to the news, I go to CNN or Fox News or whatever. Or
Exactly.
YouTube. I can just go
Yeah.
to YouTube and see that.
Right.
So,
Yanni, what were you going to say?
Well, no, just Ricky Gervais was right. I mean, on every single level.
Yes.
And I've watched his basically roast of Hollywood multiple times
Me
because
too.
it was straight up epic how he
It
took them
was so
down.
good.
And if they listened, their viewership wouldn't tank so historically low. Like they lost so many viewers, over 50%, and I think it was 63% in the key demographic of
Yes.
18 to 49.
Yes, you're correct.
But it's like they're so delusional, they don't realize. Wait a minute, people don't want to know my politics and get a speech and be preached to when
I
I
know.
get my reward. Like I think they're that delusional.
Nobody wants to hear a multi-millionaire talk down to you.
Right.
No.
Right.
Well, and so let's preference it with this, guys. So Regina King, as he brought up, starts it with the recent verdict that came down on a particular cop. You guys know what I'm talking about. And anyway, so it starts there. Then they have multiple people come on stage and bash cops. It kind of turns into a bash cop fest. But then to find out that they literally, to get this thing prepared to do the Oscars, kicked out the homeless people that were living there, built a fortress of protection with, guess who was protecting them, guys? The cops. And has
hypocrisy at its finest.
And literally has it built protecting them. And then inside this bubble that they've created, they bash them. Like, it was the most absurd thing ever. I mean,
so you're saying they built a wall?
Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying. The other thing they like to complain about, they like open borders and things, unless it comes to the Oscars.
And then they like police and walls.
Or their houses.
That brings me back to the point I was saying earlier. I know it's a different topic, but it still plays to what I'm saying. The people who are in these places of power are the equivalency of what you would see in the back in the day with lords, kings, and queens and all that stuff.
Yes.
Everybody here, you're peasants to them. I want you to understand that. This goes for your government officials, your entertainers. They think that you are peasants, okay? And that's the bottom line.
Except for Gina Carano.
Yeah, obviously. Of course, you got people who are actual normal human beings out there.
Right.
But for the most part, I'm talking about in general.
Yeah.
These are your futuristic versions of lords, ladies, kings, queens, emperors, empresses. These people are. And to you, you're not in that club. That's why they can say, defund this, do that. Because they live somewhere on a giant hill with snipers facing all the way down. You never want to get to their house. Ever.
Well, unless you're super, super sneaky.
Well, yeah.
Very, very sneaky, sir.
This comment CD made me laugh. The homeless people were not diverse
Oh my
enough.
God.
It's probably true.
They weren't meeting their quotas for...
Yeah, and I just expect it. Well, and to another issue is, one, this year they just shouldn't have had it. There were no big movies out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about, because he brought up a good point about diversity. And, they put these new policies to where they have to have X amount of diversity to even be allowed to be up for an Oscar. Mm-hmm. Because remember, hashtag Oscars so white. So they've put on mandated diversity into their movies, which would mean movies like Titanic, Forrest Gump, Return of the King, none of those movies would be allowed to win today due to not meeting their criteria.
Yeah, that's sad.
Which is dumb. If I had a movie, if I'm putting out a movie, DiMaggio is putting out a movie, and let's just say I'm a director of a movie, and I make the movie about, I don't know, World War II, right? Sure, you had some people who were black that fought in World War II. It happened, but the majority of it was white people. If I'm the director of it, and then you tell me I'm making something that's historically accurate, and you're going to tell me as a black director, my movie's not going to get made, because it's the thing they're not thinking about. Because the problem with Hollywood is that, you're a black director, so you're going to make black movies. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little condescending too?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Very much so.
They like to,
It's totally. And hello to Mr. Zod. We were on his channel. He has a great channel. Check him out. Hello, Zod. But yeah, it is. They are condescending, and that's all they do. And they're such in their bubble that they don't get that It's like, I guess they just don't care that they're letting their ratings and things tank.
They don't, because at the end of the day, they're getting paid.
And it's making movies with paint by numbers. Like, here's the checklist that you have to go down in order to make a movie now. Well, you're never going to make a good movie that way. Like, when has that ever worked out? You have to follow the story and the integrity of it in order to produce a good product. If you don't do that, you're going to get ratings collapse, where everybody leaves.
Absolutely. Well, it stifles creativity when
It
you're trying to
absolutely
like
does.
check all these boxes instead of just like, hey, I've got this great story or this great, thing that's coming to my mind that I want to create.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Six just did that comment that you just brought up.
Go back and
That
get
that
it.
has actually hurt several people, and I believe they were doing that on Batwoman, and it almost caused someone
Yeah.
to be paralyzed
Oh
because
yeah. What's the name? Ruby Rose got hurt.
Oh, I
I
remember
think there's
that.
more than one though, because they got some stunt people that weren't qualified enough, but they fit the checklist, and like they were nearly killed. They nearly ended up paralyzed for life because of this, and that happened to Ruby Rose too. So it's all around a mess if you're not having qualified people in those positions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You,
just
you know what's the funny thing too? They would sit there and say, "Oh, like almost like when it comes to like fandom, they say, oh, the quote unquote gatekeeping thing, right? So when they say, oh, these particular jobs didn't have, black people in these things or minorities in these things, but guess what? Growing up, me being black and liking Star Wars, that was a no. You didn't. You had
Really?
I was the geek. You didn't like Star Wars. I mean, obviously there were people there who in my schools that liked the stuff, but that was not the thing. Girls didn't like. Most girls didn't
Yeah.
like. If you were a guy, you'd be like, oh yeah, I like Star Wars. Maybe you want to go out with me? She'd be like,
Well,
Do you
that was
wanna
the
be
same in my
my
high school
Leia?
too.
that's what they look at you like. What? And then Star Wars. So this the thing is, it wasn't like people were blocking people from getting there. It's just people weren't interested in doing it because that wasn't the end thing to do. Now it's cool to be a geek.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now
it really is.
everybody wants
It
to
is.
be a geek, and then they're like, oh, well, it's not diverse enough because you guys will let. Well, you didn't want to be in it before. It just because it's cool now, you didn't want to do it. 10, 20 years ago when it was not a cool thing to do.
Well, and now you kind of
That's not my fault that you didn't want to do it. I was there. You could have came. Look, this thing that makes me listen, and we all know this. Of course, there's gonna be a little toxic masculinity for people out here, but let's be real. Let's be real. If any geek guy had Michelle or Natalie come up to you talking about, I like Star Wars too. Let's hang out. What guy on this planet is gonna say, "Ew, girls over here, are you stupid?" They'd be like, "Hey, baby, I got my lightsaber right here. Let me show you."
I know. I think there's a few on Twitter that would get all offended that they don't like the sequels.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's
definitely.
what I'm saying. Like people now, they try to make it as if a female came and said they like Star Wars, they're gonna be like, "Ew, get out of here." And by the way, I was never that guy. Matter of fact, let's be real. Your boy, I like girls in kindergarten. I was one of those boys. Like when I went to kindergarten, I tell this story all the time. It was Sally, Morella, and Marissa. No,
He still
Evelyn.
remembers.
Sorry. It was Sally, Morella, and Evelyn. Those three girls. I remember them to this day because they were the prettiest girls in my class, and I went and sat next to them because I was never one of those boys that was like, "Ew, girls." Nope, not this guy.
Like I skipped that stage.
I skipped. Girls, hot.
I always liked boys too. I honestly didn't go through a stage. I thought they were like gross or anything.
Justin said that he liked girls in kindergarten.
I know. I was like, dude, phrasing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we gotta respect this game.
Absolutely.
When I was in kindergarten, you fools, not now.
Okay. Well, moving on. I want to bring up, and Damaj and I saw you did a video about this, but the dude from Reading Rainbow just had a segment on how it's not really cancel culture, but it's consequence culture. In a
Yes.
speech that was so, it was so cringeworthy.
Yeah, this is the thing too, because once again he was alluding to the fact that people were not being held accountable because because of what they were doing to the others. That's kind of like he was saying.
Yeah.
And we all know what he's talking about, right? He's talking about black people. He's talking about minorities. He's talking about black people, right? So my thing is, I'm like, hey, genius. When they cancel people, it's not about your skin color. It's about you not being on the left side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, or should I say the right side of Twitter, because they canceled
The right side of
they
history.
canceled Kevin Hart. Last time I checked, he was black. They canceled Nick Cannon. Last time I checked, he was black. They went after Letitia Wright. She's black. They went after Gina Carano, but she's a woman, but she's still white. They went after Roseanne. She's white. I'm just saying, it's not about skin color when it comes to consequence culture. They're going after anybody who is not on Twitter side. That's basically what it is. That's the bar. The bar is Twitter.
Okay,
If you're not 100% on Twitter side, you are cancel. You are cancel worthy at that point.
You might not want to include Nick Cannon in that one because it was. I don't know if everybody remembers what he said.
I know what he said. He said something stupid, but he deserved it. He deserved it. But I'm just saying, my point being is that it's not just others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. The point I'm trying to say. Like some people look, and here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm saying. Look, to me, the whole thing about you're gonna cancel somebody is even in Nick Cannon's case, I think he should have been suspended or given him a fine, something like that. But when you get to a point where you're saying, "Oh, you can't make money anymore," I think that's a little. It's almost like un-American. It's like
it is.
It's like you can't eat anymore. I mean, granted, he probably doesn't have to work another day in his life, but it's still the point. That part is bad. Give him a fine, suspend him, and be like, "Don't do it again." That's what you should do.
Well, there's no place for
if I was his boss, that's what I would have did.
And there's no place for any redemption there.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It's not like, oh, you messed up badly, go sit this out for a little bit and we'll bring you back in. It's more like you said something that offended a little group of people on something, and now we're gonna ruin your life.
Yeah.
It's like that's
forever.
literally the difference.
Even if you're actually legitimately sorry about it and try to make good and rectify what you did wrong, it is not good enough. You're not allowed to get back once you're slighted.
Yeah.
And you know what's the crazy thing about it? Because I was mentioning this in my video. We're supposed to have what is called a rehabilitation process, right? Which is our correction system.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be correcting problems. Where if somebody does something wrong, they're supposed to get rehabilitated and then come back into society. And obviously, if they do something they need to be put under the jail, they don't come out again. But if something that is worthy of being brought out of the jail, you do what you pay your time. You do what you got to do. Come back. You should be rehabilitated and come back to society. That's the way we treat actual criminals.
Yeah.
But when it comes to words, you want to say, "Oh, you can't ever get forgiven." That's the part that's a problem. That's a problem.
Yes.
Right.
It is a problem. And I want to say really quick before I forget it, I want to thank you so much,
Yes,
Nightson, for the super chat, and go subscribe to his channel as well. And also, Mr. Zod, thank you for the $5 super chat. Here's a question: why did Denzel have to play a crooked cop to win the award? That's it.
Didn't he win for Malcolm X too, though? I think he won for Malcolm X, though.
But I know that Training Day was the first one he ever won.
Was it the first one? He didn't win for Malcolm X?
Because it was the first one. It was the first time, I believe, that an African-American man had won for that. Sidney
Poitier won the first. He was the first black person to ever win an Academy Award.
They made a big deal about it. I don't know. Well, I mean, they made a big deal about it.
Yeah.
So maybe, but I thought that was his first. Maybe it was just Denzel's first one, and that's why they made a big deal out of it.
I could have sworn I got to check that. Did he win for Malcolm X?
He was a nominee for Malcolm X.
Oh, he didn't win?
No, but he did win Best Supporting Actor in Glory, and then won Best Actor in Training Day.
Yes.
Okay.
So he won the mega award for Training Day.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm surprised he didn't win for Malcolm X. I could have sworn he won that.
Marcos, if you know how to do this, because you are killing the chat today, if you know how to put both YetiCast and Demajanai's channel in there for everyone to subscribe as well, that would be great. That'd be awesome. If you know how to do that. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but if you know how, go for it. We appreciate it. Let's see. Awesome. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. What LeVar Burton said made me dislike Star Trek TNG even more. It's so disappointing. It was a pretty just even the way he said it was very annoying. Everything about it, because we all understood, like you said, what he was trying to get at. But beyond that, it is just the idea of, let's just call, there's a difference between people who have actually done actions that have consequences because you broke laws, and just saying something on Twitter, just tweeting out something on Twitter. Like, I don't think consequences are needed for something you said.
And can I say, I heard something interesting that kind of made sense to me I hadn't thought about, and something that made me admire Gina Carano even more. She didn't ever apologize. And I mean, you heard me apologize earlier in the stream. I'm all for apology if it's necessary. But if you didn't do anything wrong, and they were making
Correct.
the point, once somebody apologizes, like, you're done. You know, so it's just like, and it does kind of seem to work that way. And if you think about it, she never apologized. I mean, she explained herself months ago for things, like a long time ago, but it's like, it wasn't like, oh, I just want to say sorry to this whole, you know, like, because it's just,
but
like,
she didn't say anything wrong though.
Exactly, because she didn't say anything wrong. And it's just like, people want these apologies, but it's like, for what? You know?
And if they actually believe these things, they wouldn't still keep supporting Roman Polanski.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that's the most hypocritical thing. Hollywood came together and tried to petition, like, the government to allow him to come back to accept an Oscar. Like,
yes,
that's how insane it is. And they still go do movies with him. Like, no, he's still regarded as this figure, but he did things that are way more terrible than the people getting canceled on Twitter.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, and I mean, just think about it. I mean, these people that want to sit here and lecture us and everything, you know, kind of going back to the Oscars or LeVar, all of them. It's like, so many of the people that sit in the Oscars, they knew exactly what's been going on directors' chairs for years.
Casting couches?
Yes. And have never said anything.
Yeah, it's just such a place of hypocrisy.
It is.
I've heard well, I think it was on Midnight's Edge, they were saying that because they have their connections to, you know, Hollywood and stuff. They're like, that casting couch, see, when they do this whole Me Too thing, all that stuff like that, that's for them.
Yes,
because in the workplace, you can't even look at somebody wrong without getting a trip to the HR. You understand? So that whole Me Too thing is all for Hollywood. That's all them, how they act and all this stuff. And I think he was saying that it's actually even worse now, because now that the cat's out of the bag, now they actually got blackmail type of thing was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think you're going to get rid of that casting couch? It ain't going to happen.
No.
It ain't going to happen.
And, you know, on one side, it's because the people that are pushing it the most are the ones that are actually guilty. So they're trying to get ahead of it and to be to look like they're actually pious and above this when they're the biggest offenders. You know, that's what's happened.
There was a singer who actually said that she basically I forget who it was, but she's like, I slept to get my way to get these deals. There's people out there who do this stuff on purpose. Yeah. They do it because they know it's going to get them where they want to go. There are people who do it.
That's the other side. Hollywood is going insane about, you know, the whole Me Too era, but that's because and they think it's the rest of the world that's like it's the rest of North America that treats women this way, when it's their little bubble. Like, they've never gone out to work, you know, the real jobs and have had that experience in the workplace, where it's a very small fraction of offenders, but it's huge in Hollywood. So they think it's just a cesspool everywhere. Like, no, that's just your industry.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that it's like disproportionately there. So to them, that's probably normal. So
exactly.
Here's something I've always said. Anyone who's like in a relationship with a cheater, they always accuse their partner of cheating because they're projecting they think you're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that in Hollywood, or just listen to the news. Anytime they begin to cast blanket things onto a certain group, they're projecting what's really in them and what they think about all the time.
TD made a good point. We at 94 likes. Let's get 100 likes.
Wow.
What are we gonna do with 100 likes, ladies? Are we dancing?
We're dancing.
Are
Let's
we
dance.
dancing?
We're dancing.
Let's dance.
And it jumped immediately.
98. Come on, let's get
If we
100
get
likes.
to 100, we
100.
dance.
101. Everybody dance.
Okay.
You made a
101,
promise.
like, 102. I'm gonna,
Okay.
I'm going to do some dancing.
Are we
for y'all
dancing?
now.
Somebody.
dance for y'all.
What move am I gonna do?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
chair dance.
You gonna chair dance?
This is the most unexpected dance ever.
Love it. I'm gonna try to white girl dance. We
Yeah, you don't want to see me dance.
We do a
It
little-
is horrifying.
We just need music.
I know, and I'm always scared to pick music. I'd have to be some random mix
Yeah.
because it would get pulled down.
Well, there's always the stuff in the YouTube library that's completely fine. to,
100 to 100. Somebody subtracted one.
You now lose points and lose likes.
We're awarded no points for that. Me raising the
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I use that quote more than like probably any quote.
It went so serious, and may God have mercy on you.
Exactly. I don't think I ever had a teacher say anything like that to me.
I'm pretty sure I have.
Natalie,
You had a teacher say that to you before?
See, they hated me in high school.
Oh, they did? Well,
Oh, they
we
did.
were smart.
Oh.
We were
I
smart,
They hate
Alec.
you.
I was the liked one.
Apparently, I was a troublemaker. I thought I was really nice, but they didn't think so.
I don't know. I mean, that halo looks a little rusty from where I'm standing. It looks a little rusty. I'm just saying. I should know because mine has got ran over by a Mack truck.
And thank you so much, Brandon, for the $9.99 super chance. Dance, Yeti, dance. Yeti's gonna like.
Yeti's dancing behind the screen. That's what he's doing for us.
Yes, he is.
Isn't that right, Yeti?
Yeah, I'm dancing behind the screen.
There you go.
Hey, if I hit like 100,000 subscribers, I'll dance.
That's his
I'm
deal.
setting
You
that
heard it
bar
here.
high.
Brett says, "Shake it till you make it."
Shake it till you make it.
Well, guys, I want to close out. We'll close it quickly, or we won't take so much time. But
We're
want
gonna be here forever.
I know we could go on like 2
We
hours
really
tonight,
could.
but we'll do it again.
because today is International Superhero Day. So I want to ask the gentlemen, and we'll give our answers after you guys. We'll go gentlemen first today. Who's your favorite superhero? Like, what's your gut instinct?
Batman.
Thank you.
Batman. The Yeti's Batman.
The
DiMaggio.
original Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
I had a feeling he was going. Let me read off Mr. T's first. White chicks dancing. Good try, lady.
I don't know how to twerk. I admit it. I'm not. I don't know. I don't have. that
Listen,
twerk.
we don't need you to twerk. We could just, me and you're gonna have a dance. That's what we're gonna do. I want to come out there. We're gonna dance. We're all gonna dance together. That's what we're gonna do.
Well,
do
don't
it.
shoot
Let's
down
do it.
twerking so quickly. Come on, man.
Nah, she ain't got to twerk. We could just dance.
We want to see the bad twerking so everybody can clip it.
And Mr. J, I don't try to dance because I know who I am, and I know how to dance.
I'll try anything once, right?
She's like, I know who I am, and I am not a dancer.
I am not a dancer. You don't want to hear me sing, and you don't want to watch me dance. You want to watch
Yeah,
either of those.
I think
Now
my-
I want
that's
both
the
of those
first-
things. Now I want both of them. Just because you said you don't want to do it, I want both now.
She's like singing opera while dancing.
I'm like, when we hit 25,000 subs, I'll let out a few lines in singing.
You see that, everybody? You heard that? You heard it first.
Hey,
Somebody
I made
clip
mine
that.
much- I made mine
25K.
Yeah.
We all have our boundaries.
I made mine much easier than Yeti's 100K subs. And like, come to find out, Yeti's like trained for dance his whole life, and he's better
Yeah.
than all of us.
He's like, oh, somebody's name is Death by Snoo Snoo. I love that. Death, by Snoo Snoo. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I should set for like 25K or the face reveal at that. You know, something.
Yeah.
What is your favorite superhero, ladies? Don't think you're getting out of this.
Okay. So, gut instinct is Batman. I was a Batman girl growing up. I was a 90s kid. I had
Yeah.
Batman all the time, and I loved Bruce Wayne.
I knew I liked you for a reason.
Yeah.
The Joker.
I said, Natalie, that doesn't count.
That's a villain,
Superhero.
but I love it. I love it. The Joker.
This explains the high school.
Yeah. You know, as a kid, my mom would always yell at me because I used to go around going like this. Because I thought I was Spider-Man. I always go like this.
I did love those Spider-Mans.
I did too. I love Spider-Man. But true story, guys. We had stairs like that came down our high school, and one day I looked over, and Natalie had a cig in her mouth and had painted her hair, and she was doing a dance to a music down the stairs. This is just like Joker. This is like they literally. I sent him a copy of Natalie's dance, and they put it in the movie.
They took. Now I'm with it. They took inspiration.
Really? Pixar didn't happen.
It definitely didn't
Or
happen.
it didn't happen. That's all I'm going to say about that.
No, it didn't. No, she didn't. Can you guys name that movie? And hello to, thank you again for the $5 for Mr. J. You know your limitations. Good job.
Now, see, you're making me feel like I need to redeem something here.
They're saying I've got some Adam West Batman. I
used to watch that every day after school. Adam West Batman and Robin.
I used to watch those. We had like the VHSs. Their mama got them. We used to watch those. I have a feeling, TD, that your favorite one is Deadpool. I mean, I feel like I've got a good guess on that.
I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it out there too. I think you're right. I think you're right.
I will say though, growing up, I never had, because I didn't read the comics, so I knew Wonder Woman, but I never had an actual Wonder Woman. So I have, even though I say Batman and I love Batman and I have to give it to him because he's been my number one for so long, I do truly love Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
It's really up there to me at this point.
I was going to say, it felt a little cheap to just say her because, it's like, yeah, like you said, we didn't really grow up with her, watching her, but she's great.
Well, by the way, I just seen that 6 put the Majina needs to flex at 100 likes. So I'll give you a little bit.
Oh,
there we go. Flex, people. Why can't I get in the camera? Flex.
Coming to the gun show.
2 tickets. Why not put 4 for 2?
Yet again, guys, Yeti secretly is flexing, and it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime.
Get to the chopper.
He's got
Get to the chopper now.
Get to the chopper.
He's got a 12-pack. He's got things like Arnold, like things coming off of his arms that aren't natural.
Arnold wishes what he had was like me.
Exactly. It's really what Arnold wanted to be,
Yes.
but never attained.
There you go, 6. Here you go. Hey, this is my objectification day picture. There you go. You happy? There you go. You can see a little bit of that. There you go.
We like it. I just appreciate Michelle's got guns. Yeah.
Hey, I went to the gym today for the first time in months. Can I get a round of applause? I mean, I know I'm not going to get one, but I feel like I deserve one.
We're like,
I'll clap for myself.
Keep going to and we will recommend that, guys. Go to the gym, work out. Those are all good things.
Take your vitamin C, get some zinc in you.
Yes, and vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Yeah.
Yes, do all of that. All of it.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, we've had an awesome chat.
This has been beautiful.
It's been great.
I love it.
And I'm sorry it was late. It was.
Oh no, it was fine. Yeah,
It's fine.
Yeti, you're a regular. We'll have you back.
Hey, and we'll have Damaj
But
today
wait,
back.
there's more.
We'll have
But wait, there's more.
Damaj and I back
Of
too.
course.
He is the most scheduled person on YouTube.
You guys, he really is.
Listen, by the way, I'm so glad you said that. Listen, I want y'all to clip that because every time the Dark Council's late, it ain't me. It's everybody else. I'm always there.
I can believe it.
I can believe
it. 'Cause I'm not on time, but you are.
The only time I'm actually late is when I tell them I'm at work, and then I won't be there. But other than that, I'm usually there.
Well, I was here on time. It's just things ended up happening right as you were about to go live. It's like, oh, and I had to deal with it.
Mhm.
He says you were late. Six says you were late because you're combing your hair. It probably was, and he probably has this thick mane of hair that none of us can see.
He has a sick mullet.
You have to do 100 brushes, 100 strokes with an ivory brush.
And he has to get the flip at the end just right.
He got the mullet / mohawk all in one big swoop.
Oh, one
What's up?
glorious.
And they go back.
That's pretty awesome. Well, thank you so much to everyone in the chat. Thank you to our two awesome guests.
Yes.
And again, everyone in the chat, we truly mean this because I've said this so many times and I legitimately mean this. And in fact, you will find in our comments, I will always comment back to people who disagree with us as long as they're respectful. That's my only, if you respectfully disagree with us, I don't ever care to have a conversation with you.
Totally.
Well, that's what normal people used to do.
Yes, exactly.
You don't learn. Listen, just real quick, just to be real serious, real quick. If you're listening to somebody say the same thing you're saying, you're not learning anything.
That's
true. So true.
Very true.
Yeah, and we all have to learn. I mean, you never stop learning. Or if you think you stop learning, something's not right.
Yeah.
And it would be boring if you agreed 100% of the time. What would you talk about?
Exactly. It would be super boring.
Yeah, and that's why it's good. That's why it's that old cliche. That's why I say opposite attract. Because usually, the one person compliments what the other person doesn't. That's it.
Exactly.
Like Batman and the Joker here.
Clearly. Did you two ever have like sister rivalries and stuff like that? Sibling rivalries? Did you?
No, because Natalie's so just kind of docile. So it was more like me and my older brother, I guess, but really not.
And then I'm the middle child, so still to this day, like one will call me, and then the other will call me, and I'll talk, counsel them both about each other. I make the peace.
Yeah, Natalie's the peace.
I'm the oldest, but I think I'm the most democratic of my siblings.
A lot of times that is the case with elder siblings.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeti, do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I'm the oldest, and I'm always right.
Always right.
The oldest, sometimes they do think that. It's kind of
my younger sister, she always says that she's smarter than me because she did more college. Listen, I did go to college, I just didn't finish. I'm just saying. She's like, yeah, well, I said, well, it doesn't matter. She's like, I'm taller. So it doesn't matter. I'm older. I don't care.
6, you're good. You're good, man.
You're good.
Yeah, totally good.
We love you.
She says, me too. Middle piece. Our dad is a middle child. He's kind of he just likes to stay out of it.
I think you learn to be kind of diplomatic. And something I read that I liked, it said, not only can you slightly get what you want, but you can get what everybody else wants. You kind of learn that skill in life.
So basically, Natalie is the Palpatine of the kids.
I am. That's what I like.
She plays Michael and I off of each other.
She has the Republic and the Confederacy under her control.
That's how I like to think of myself.
That's exactly what she does sometimes.
She does
and I've accused her of it.
Michelle comes in. Michelle, can we make this legal? I will make it legal.
For the longest time, Natalie never even knew. She would say something to me, and I'd be like, "Do it." She didn't even know
do
what
it.
I was referring
Do it
to.
now.
Do it. I send you that GIF too sometimes too.
Like all the time.
Oh yeah, do it.
She's like,
there's two do it. There's the Palpatine do it, and then there's the Ben Stiller do it. He's like,
I do the Palpatine.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Yeah, I do. And shout out to Marcos, who's been killing it in the chat, putting everyone's subscriptions
awesome.
up.
Thank you very much.
And Marcos, our mom is an only child too, and I have an only child, so only children are awesome too. Everybody's awesome in their own way. We all have our own strengths.
It is.
Yes.
Definitely.
And thank you, Marcos. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and guys, remember, as we're signing off, let's get Yeti. If you will even just devote to running a couple of his big streams that he does every Monday, you can find them. Raiders of the Lost. I just want to say the Indiana Jones name.
Raiders of the Lost Art. Yeah.
Yes, of the Lost Art. If you will pick one of those and just let them play, or even over the night,
Yeah.
put your phone in, put it on autoplay, and let Yeti's videos play.
'Cause
We're
it's
going to get them.
I mean, it really adds up and helps a lot.
It does. And people, you guys did it for us.
Yeah, and it meant
that's
so much.
It does. And that's why I've been playing his, and I'm going to start playing it all day tomorrow.
Go get
on
my
TV.
iPad going when I get home.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
A lot
I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're
Seriously.
welcome. You're very welcome. We've been there.
Yes, let's get Yeti there, and this is one of Yeti's friends. Shout out, thank you,
Latino Slant.
Latino
Hey,
Slant,
Latino Slant.
$3.99.
What's up?
Yeah, he's a
Hell,
great
I
guy.
love when he
That's
makes
good channel.
drunk say Spanish words. It's funny.
That's probably not in my wheelhouse either. Just like dancing and singing. Yeah, the mods have been amazing. They really have. But yes,
So-
thank you. Oh, continue.
No, I was going to. Yeah.
No, were
I
you
was
going to
gonna-
say anything?
I was just going to say something in Spanish to you.
Say
Que te gusta las
Say a
fines de
pickup
semana.
line.
Say a pickup line in Spanish.
No, I can't do that.
Okay.
But actually, technically, this is. I'll be like, que te gusta las fines de semana, which basically is what you like to do on the weekends.
Hey, that's like
It was a pickup line.
that was a pickup line. It really-
I know cerveza. Por favor.
I used to say
19K Fox, what's up, man? So, what moron downvoted this stream? Yeah, somebody did.
there's always
vote down the
somebody,
Listen,
always on every video.
that
of ours.
person has been a devoted
like
watcher.
since we had like 400 subscribers.
You know what? And that counts as what they call that
Engagement or
engagement.
interaction?
Yes, it's engagement.
So thank you, sir or lady.
And Nicole's awesome. She just subscribed to Damaj and I.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's got a great channel too.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
He says, "Slow that Spanish down, and you're good."
Oh, I know what I was. The only see, I took French in high school, so
I did too. And don't ask me to speak it.
The only Spanish terms I knew was like Buenos dias and por favor, so I'd be like Buenos dias, por favor.
But you know, I was telling you, like when I went to junior high school, and well, from grade school to junior high school was mostly Spanish neighborhood I was in. So one of my best friends, the one I was telling you about, whose father had the ice cream trucks, he's Puerto Rican, and he could understand Spanish, but he could not speak it. Not for the life of him.
Do that,
He could not
yeah.
speak it at all. And which is bad. Like my aunt is Dominican. Like I said, my best friend was Puerto Rican. I don't know any Spanish. I mean, I know some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I can kind of tell if somebody's talking about me, which is good. That's what you need to know. Somebody's talking about you. You want to know? Watch yourself, buddy. But other than that, yeah, I'm not the best Spanish speaker. Which I like to this day. I always kick myself in the butt. I'm like, man, I really should have learned some Spanish. But
It would be so nice just to, like, be able to know other, like, a few languages.
But believe it or not, when I'm at work, that's like the number one question I get. You speak Spanish?
Really?
Yeah, that's the number one Spanish. Most people think I'm Spanish. I don't know, I guess.
You the
Yeah,
love
we don't get a lot of that up in Canada. So
Probably not yet.
no.
Darth says, "I'm Latino and live in New Mexico and don't know how to speak Spanish."
There you go.
It happens, right?
Yeah, that's when you know you're all American. That's what but again, thank you guys so much for coming on. Both of you are always fun to have, and it seems that a lot of them are checking you guys out, and that's awesome because they're great channels.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
My eyes are up top, okay?
Yeah, look, my eyes are up here, ladies. My eyes are up here.
We don't know where Yeti's eyes are.
They could be over there.
You know, that is true. That is true.
But anyways, thank you so much to everyone in the chat. We will be back, of course, as far as the weekly roundup every Wednesdays at 6:30. If you are new and have stayed through all this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also subscribe to our guest channels as they are in the chat. And as always, guys and girls, and again, actually, before I say that, again, shout out to Share Bear. Thank you so much, and how awesome that you've written that.
That's
Yes.
a great accomplishment.
Thank you to everyone in the chat for all your Actually, I don't need a point. I was listening to a language expert, and they said that this is less threatening. That's why politicians.
I was going to say,
Politicians do that?
politicians always do that. And I'm like, why do they do the
I like the point. I
It's
like
like-
the point because I'm a wrestler. I'm coming for you.
So to the
When those
crowd,
24-inch pythons come for you, brother, you know what's going down.
so to everyone in the crowd, we see you and we appreciate you
And we
and we salute you. And we will catch you guys on a video or just next time we're around, but definitely next Wednesday at 6:30. And as always, everyone, remember to be a force of light. All right. Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.